Hello, everyone. My name is Janeffa Perkins, and I am a health and life coach, and I assist professional women of color who are battling chronic illness, and I help them regain their lives and live their lives with joy and positivity despite their chronic illness. And I'm doing a series all week on how to deal with chronic illness and the and is with how we can use energy conservation and task simplification to help us get the necessary tasks done without causing exhaustion and making the energy we do have last us all day. All right, so let's get going. And let me give you a little background on myself. I am a woman with chronic illness, and I battle also with chronic fatigue. And so many of these tips and strategies that I'll be using or sharing with you today, I use them in my everyday life. So, in energy conservation, just real simply, energy conservation has to do with basically doing things in such a way that when it comes to your work, when it comes to play, and just in your everyday life, doing things in a way that makes the job easier and helps your energy to last, or helps you not to use your energy too quickly. All right? So there are 4 principles that one uses with energy conservation. So basically it comes down to planning, pacing, prioritizing, positioning. And I like to add an extra one of extra 2, which is doing so with a positive attitude and also deep breathing. Okay? So in planning, it's important to think about the tasks that you have to do and planning ahead of time. That is very key. So if you know that you're going to be making a dish, have all your supplies in front of you, gather everything to minimize getting up and down to go, oh, I forgot something. Let me go to the cabinet and grab it. You see me looking over that way because I'm thinking about my kitchen, right? So you want to gather everything so that when you start the task, you can start and finish with minimal effort as possible, okay? So next thing is pacing. So let's say you know you have to cut up 5 potatoes, right? And the action is repetitive, right? But if you recognize that you need to take a break, take a break. If your body is starting to give you signals that you need to take a break, rest, stop, take a break, and then resume your task. So doing things in a slower, steady pace wins the race. Had to add that little one right there. The next one, prioritizing. Honestly, I am still at times struggling with this because I am a doer. I am a go-getter. So I tend to be at times, I'm like, oh, I have this, and this to do. And I need to get it all done today. No. If you have, like me sometimes, 6 or 8 things on my list, I have to look at them. Kind of makes me think of Frank Covey and Highly Effective People. You got to prioritize and say, okay, because with what I do with myself, I'll go, Janeffa, now what is the most important things to get done? Because a lot of times, yeah, I got 8, even 10 things on my list. However, maybe 3 are of top priority. And so when I stop, take a deep breath and really think about what really needs to be done, I prioritize those things and do those things first with taking breaks along the way. Okay? So that's prioritizing, and then positioning. So while you're doing said task, what's your body position? Many of us are no doubt used to standing, right? But when you have a chronic illness and deal with chronic fatigue, perhaps sitting is the better position. And even in your sitting, take time to shift the body, stand up, stretch, to break up the body positioning so that you don't begin to overly fatigue a particular part of the body because you're in one position too long. So that's a demonstration of the 4 principles of energy conservation: planning, pacing, prioritizing, and positioning. So also plan your task when you are the most energetic. I can't stress this enough. For me, that tends to at times be the morning or right after I've had a nap. That's when I tend to be the most energetic and can get things done. And usually I can have, depending on my day and how I'm feeling, I have a certain window of time that I'm good for. And that may vary for each person. Assess when and how long that is for you, and then navigate yourself accordingly. Okay? So, and then I'm going to give you some specific tips, and I have the notes on my phone of some further tips that you can use in performing your tasks. So when it comes to doing housework, so spread your task over the week. So if you're doing housework and you know you have to mop the floor, clean the bathroom, spread it. Don't try and do everything in one day. I know for me that's detrimental, right? But spread it out over the week. Also, if possible, ask for help. Many of us are going to be gathering with family this week, and many are cooking. I'm not cooking, so I get ready to say we. I'm not cooking, but many of you are no doubt going to family gatherings, getting together with friends, and there are a lot of things that you're doing in preparation for those family gatherings. And so it is important to spread the task out, to ask for help, and simplify. So maybe instead of you thinking that you're going to have as a person with chronic illness, instead of you thinking that you're going to have everything at your house and you're going to do all the cooking, no. Ask others for help. Instead of, how about everyone bring a dish? This might seem really simplistic, but you'd be surprised that sometimes people feel very compelled to do everything themselves and cause themselves more harm than good. So, ask for help. Spread it around. Spread the love around. And that comes down to cleaning as well, cooking, all the tasks. Share the load. Many hands make the load light. So, these different energy conservation principles, as an occupational therapy clinician, a licensed occupational therapy clinician, I use these tips and techniques with my patients for years, and they have come in handy for myself. So I'm happy to share these with you all, and I really hope that they can provide some help so that you can share the load, save your energy, and enjoy being with your loved ones. Now, if you want more one-on-one support to help you in your journey with your chronic illness or in just reaching your goals, go to my website at JenefaPerkinsCoaching.com and download my self-acceptance guide, and schedule a 15-minute discovery call. And let's see if we can help you get on your journey of living with positivity and joy. So it was great sharing these tips with you, and I will be back around this time for the rest of the week sharing further tips on how to deal with your chronic illness, and I share different topics all week. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Stay safe.